What's up, YouTube? Yo, it's Flash Speaks back. Another video, man. And this is your place where you can get all things Sixers and absolutely Eagles, man. Today, this video, man, is me responding to a interview I see Nick Wright do. Nick Wright, man, a guy who became famous by saying outlandish, crazy stuff. In particular, his claim that LeBron James is the GOAT, greatest of all time over Michael Jordan. I think this is what got him on. He's a guy that gets off on saying wild things that get him attention, whether it's negative or positive attention to him. It's the same thing. And in media, it absolutely is the same thing. So I can't say he's not a success. Can't say I agree with most of his takes. Some of his stuff, at least I respect because he'll have data. And then sometimes he just talks some wild shit like he did yesterday on his podcast he has called What's Right, WRIGT. Here he's talking about the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. I think the NFC, which team is better, which victory over this last weekend was more impressive. He's going to talk here. I'm going to chime in. You know how we do.
Both NFC East powerhouses made statements this weekend. The one-loss Eagles blew out the Titans. Dallas embarrassed the Colts on Sunday Night Football. There are three clear top teams in the NFC: Philly, Dallas, and Minnesota. How do you rank them? Is Dallas better than Philly, regardless of the record?
Okay, there are not three clearly. There are three clear best teams in the NFC, but Minnesota's not one of them. Give me a break on Minnesota. I'm very happy for you with your 10-2 record. You're a very good team. I shouldn't say you're not a good team. You're not a very good team. You got incredibly lucky to beat the Jets yesterday.
See, right here, this type of premise I don't really agree with. Minnesota, you got to respect them, man. They 10-2. They will, more than likely, if things continue to go where it's going, they will likely have home playoff game, and it would not be easy out for any of these teams that he think will face them. So, I'm not really with that, but whatever.
You're 9-0 in one-score games. Give me a break, including Minnesota then. Philly, Dallas, and the Niners are the three best teams in the NFC, hands down. All right, so here's the thing on Philly. And I know Eagles fans hate me, and that's fine. And I'll do.
Absolutely not, sir. You're not that important to be hated. I think some of your opinions are dumb and funny. That's more of an accurate assessment.
With it, and Jalen Hurts, they ran for 350 yards the week before this. This week, Jalen throws for damn near 400. Credit where it's due. An A.J. Brown revenge game against the team. He used to be on the Titans. They didn't want to pay him. They traded him, and he dominated that football game. The way right now to go after Philadelphia is vertical passing game, and Tennessee can't do it.
All right, where is your evidence of this? That vertical passing game is the way to come at Philly. Philadelphia Eagles have Darius Slay and James Bradbury, who rank as the best cornerback duo in the league. C.J. Gardner-Johnson, our safety before he got hurt, was leading the league in interceptions. Marcus Epps is no slouch as the other safety. And even though Gardner-Johnson will be out for a few more weeks, the replacement Blankenship hasn't been beat a lot yet. Now, if he's talking about there's a few instances where the team has been beat, sure. However, when you compare it to the other teams around the league, Philadelphia Eagles are getting beat less over the top than other teams. Matter of fact, right now, as we speak, the Eagles are giving up 178 yards through the air, which ranks number one in the league. Not number two, but number one in the league. So this is just not a factual statement. It is a fallacy. And shame on you, Nick Wright, because you have access to all of the data. Not only can you look shit up like I can, but you also have people that hand you information every day. It's just not true. It's just simply not true.
Tennessee, especially once Treylon Burks went out. Did you see the Treylon Burks touchdown highlight? It's one of the best plays of the year. He got knocked unconscious on the catch and held on to it while unconscious.
Yeah, I do think I saw that. I saw that live.
That was it was a scary play.
Right.
But once he went out for the game, Tennessee can't beat you, vertically, and Philadelphia seized on it. Dallas, on the other hand,
So you basically telling me you believe if Treylon Burks would have stayed in the game, that they would have consistently just been hitting him on those types of plays down the field. Whew. I mean, I guess, the way the Eagles are playing, because you don't really see a weakness, you have to come up with something, I guess. I don't know. And that wouldn't even be considered vertical. That was like more of a, outward slant type of route. It wasn't just a vertical game. I mean, come on. Come on, man. Bradbury Slay. Best cornerback doing the league.
and it's one of the most bizarre games ever because Indy is going for 2 to tie that football game late in the third quarter, and they end up losing by 1,000. Dallas outscores them 33-0 in the fourth quarter because Indy can't stop turning the ball over. To me, Dallas was the more impressive performance yesterday, even though Tennessee is a better team than Indy.
All right, that makes no damn sense at all. Number one, Tennessee is not a better team. They are a way better team than Indy. We're talking about a team with a 7-4 record versus a team who has won 4 games. So what are they, 4-6-1 or something like that? Is a way better team. A team that's completely out of it with no shot for the playoffs versus a team that really needs the win. That's number one. Number two, you were saying Dallas's performance was better simply because they scored 33 points in one quarter, the fourth quarter. And overall, they scored 54 points. The Eagles had scored 35 points prior to the fourth quarter and had sat their starters for the whole fourth quarter. Okay? They sat their starters for the whole fourth quarter. Whereas if they'd have kept the starters in there, who knows what the score would have been. And then you're talking about a game where the Colts turned the ball over 4 times. If that's more impressive to him, it's just something wrong with this guy. You're playing against a less team who turns the ball over 4 times in the fourth quarter. I don't think he believes what he's saying. And this is the problem I have with Nick Wright. There's no way you can tout yourself as this logical person and then believe what you just said.
Because Dallas's ability to be explosive is, to me, really frightening if you're anyone else in the NFC, because you know how good that defense is. And so,
explosive with who? Pollard and CeeDee Lamb? That's fine, okay? Except that, the Eagles also have a running back that has over 900 yards. I know Miles Sanders is underrated, okay? But if you look up Miles Sanders' highlights in his history, he has 70-yard touchdown runs in his repertoire. He has 80-yard touchdown runs in his repertoire. So that's an ability to be explosive. And please don't try to compare to wide receivers. CeeDee Lamb is nice. He's having a good record. But is he A.J. Brown? Is he? Is he A.J. Brown? I don't think so. Gallup is a good receiver. I'll take Devontae Smith, the Heisman Trophy winner, who with a better upside than Gallup. I just would. The third receivers, Quez Watkins is just runs a 4-3. It's a 4-3 guy. Dallas, I don't even know if they have a 4-3 guy in their receiving core. I remember hearing about Micah Parsons beating their wide receivers in a race. Now, that's good for Parsons, but your receivers, that's kind of pathetic there. If your defensive end, who was a middle linebacker, it's faster than your receivers. It's good for your defense, but come on. And then we got Zach Pascal, our fourth receiver, who's very trusty. Very, very trusty. Tight end, you think Schultz is better than Dallas Goedert? And then Jalen Hurts. Okay, right now, I'll be nice. And I will say Dak Prescott, because I'm going to respect what he's achieved. I mean, he hasn't won any hardware, but he's played longer. So you would expect him to I'll say, he's the better quarterback, I guess. Okay? Especially going into the season. But I tell you right now, Jalen Hurts, what he has done, he's made an argument. He's made an argument for those who want to say he's better than Dak. He's made a valid argument for it. It's what he's done. It's the least he's done. All you got to do to be better than Dak and win that MVP trophy, which he has a real good chance of winning, or win the Super Bowl, or both. Or just simply go further than Dak. Get to the championship game, he's better than Dak. It's just that simple. All right? Now, if you have to face him, I'm going to be honest. Who do you fear more, Dak Prescott or Jalen Hurts?
Philadelphia deserves credit for everything they've done this year. I got to see what happens with the Niners at the quarterback.
Here comes the dumb shit he's about to say.
Position. And the Cowboys, the problem is I don't trust the head coach. Right now, if you're in the NFC, if you're
49ers can't score more than damn 20 points a game. Anyway, let's go.
Seattle right now, you got to feel like we could win the conference.
Right.
And I know people the Philadelphia fans are yelling at their computer screens or into their phones saying, what more do we have to do to show you we are that dominant team?
All right, let's talk about this real quick. First of all, Nick Wright, he has way too much, like he believes his opinion is worth way more than it really is. Philly fans don't give a damn about your opinion. Seriously, about the opinion of Nick Wright about the team. We don't feel like, okay, what more do you have to do for Nick Wright to say something? No, we know your ass is going to just hate the way you hating or whatever you want to call it. It ain't got to be hate, whatever. I understand you're from Kansas City. You're a Kansas City Chiefs guy. So, though we have won more games than Kansas City, you're still going to, in your ranks, put Kansas City up there because you're a Mahomes nutsucker and all of that kind of stuff. We understand that. What I'm saying is you're funny to us. To me anyway. I can speak for me. I don't really care. Like, the championship is not going to hinge on whether or not Nick Wright thinks you can win it or not. It has no bearing whatsoever. All right? So I just think you're funny. And I like to refute you because you're giving me content for my channel. So actually, I don't have any problem with what you're doing. It's just that, when you're supposed to be up there touted as this analyst, dude, you're going to be held accountable. People are going to listen to what you're saying and people are going to fact check your ass. Like when you said that the Eagles' weakness is vertical passing, the vertical passing game to defense, the numbers don't suggest it, nor does the actual eye test.
I have been consistent on this, and you can say it's unfair. You can say, but
no, I'm not going to say it's unfair. I'm going to say it's stupid. Here it comes.
Having that awful of a showing in the postseason last year, when it's the only playoff experience your coach or your quarterback have ever had, I cannot get that out of my mind until I see you play in a playoff game again.
All right, you're stupid. This is very stupid. And the main reason is, besides the fact that Jalen Hurts was young and that's his first playoff game, besides the fact that great players like Peyton Manning have had horrible showings in the first playoff games, Lamar Jackson, and so many others I can mention, their first playoff experience. Okay. Besides that, the Philadelphia Eagles are not the same damn team at all. They're just not the same team. On offense, you added A.J. Brown, Zach Pascal, which changed so much of what you're doing. This is besides the fact that Jalen Hurts had now probably seen all, if not most of the defenses that are out there now. When a quarterback first plays, they see defenses that they've never seen before, and they try to figure them out. This guy has went through the whole season and studied film on every single thing. And you can just tell anyone who's watching him play. Right? This is why I don't listen to Nick Wright. Nick Wright is a retard. He doesn't really know anything about football. I go and listen to what Kurt Warner is saying about Jalen Hurts. I go listen to what Steve Young is saying about Jalen Hurts. I go and listen to what Matt Hasselbeck is saying about Jalen Hurts. I go and listen to what Brian Baldinger is saying about Jalen Hurts because these are guys who are able to look at the film and analyze, is this guy just lucky? Is this just a fluke? Or is it just only because of his weapons? Or does this guy really know what he's doing? based off of looking at all 22s, the overhead cam, and all of those different things, and everything is checking out. The film is checking out. The film don't lie. No, Jalen Hurts is a much better goddamn quarterback. He know what he's doing. All that stuff he's doing is deliberate. Ain't none of it luck. It's based on real work, real studying, all right? Real work on the mechanics, all of that stuff. All right, it's real. Okay? So that's how that goes with that. It's a completely different team. So to suggest here, I'm not going to believe this team until they play better in the playoffs is stupid, and he knows it. It's stupid, you know.
There is literally nothing you could do this for me. Nothing you could do this regular season to where I don't have a yeah but about that game. You then add to
that's stupid. That's what it is. That's stupid.
It that I thought Philly, as dominant as they were early in the year, that Philly later in the year was not playing their best football, as evidenced by the fact that when they played the Texans a few weeks ago or a month ago, I thought that was a mediocre performance. They lose to the Commanders. They steal one against the Colts. They are in a dogfight against a...
See, that's the thing. This is why I can't respect him now. This is why I can't respect him now. Like, because the Eagles were playing dominant football beginning of the year, they got to play dominant football every single week. Got to blow everybody out by 30 points. Nobody does that. Even the damn Chiefs don't do that. And then, like, that's the thing with narratives and slick guys. And this is what makes this is how you distinguish a hater from a real analyst. Okay? The Colts game, for example, he calls it stealing one from the Colts. His Chiefs lost to the Colts. Now, I'm not going to make it a big... But what happened that week when the Chiefs lost to the Colts? But you still got the Chiefs number one? So the Chiefs actually played down the competition too. However, if Mahomes pulls out a victory like he did a few weeks ago against... I forgot the team they just played against that Mahomes came back and won. It's called... I ain't got nothing to worry about. Mahomes got the ball at the last second, then he's going to win. It's called a comeback victory. Jalen Hurts get a comeback victory. It's called stealing one, right? And this is the shit that makes you a clown, dog. It makes you a clown.
Packers team that I don't think's any good, and then they dominate the Titans. They get back on track against the Titans yesterday, but to me, that game shifted entirely when Treylon Burks went out. And now that was early in the game. So am I judging Philly by an unfair standard? Maybe, but
yeah, he knows what he's doing. He's stupid. He's a stupid guy.
Obligation to the audience is to be honest, and my honest opinion is it would not shock me if Philadelphia ends up the 1 seed, gets the bye, and then loses its first playoff game. Hey, thanks for watching.
Okay, that's what's up. That can happen, and that can happen to anybody. Because in the NFL, if you don't show up playing your best game, playing your best football, you can lose. But the reality is that this Eagles team has not shown him anything that indicates that they wouldn't be ready to play for that game. They haven't showed anything, neither has the quarterback. But anyway, man, that's all I got. I ain't going to make this too long. Just had to clown this dude real quick because that's what he is, man. So with that, man, till next time, man. Yo, like and subscribe. Please, I need that just so we can bring more content that actually gives me more of a reason to make more content, man. So I'll see you dudes later, man. Peace. I'm out.